Today's human behavioral analysis report focuses on one of the longest and most emotionally exhausting rituals in modern civilization. The goodbye that takes 37 minutes. Now, in theory, saying goodbye should be simple. You should say goodbye, then you leave. That's the whole system. But somehow, at family gatherings, cookouts, holiday parties, and random visits that were supposed to be quick, goodbye is not the end. Goodbye is just the beginning of leaving the process. You could say, well, we should probably get going, and it's still standing there in the same house 28 minutes later, holding your keys, wearing your coat, listening to a story about someone's knee. This is not goodbye. This is a slow motion hostage situation with hugs. The first stage of the fake goodbye, this usually begins with somebody slapping their knee and saying, well, should probably get going. This sentence means absolutely nothing. Nobody believes it, nobody respects it, nobody even moves with confidence. It's not a departure, it's a warning flare. It tells the room that sometime in the next calendar year, these people may attempt to leave, but for now, everyone just keeps talking. Because this first goodbye is ceremonial, it's like announcing the end of a meeting while everyone still has 7 more things to say. Eventually, after several failed attempts, you make it to the door. This feels like progress. It is not. The doorway is where the goodbye comes back to life. For some reason, standing next to a door unlocks brand new information. Suddenly, somebody remembers a doctor's appointment, a cousin's divorce, a recipe, a story about 1987, or somebody says, oh, before you go, no before you go. We are at the door. This is not the time to open a new file. The door is not a conversation starter. It's the exit. That's why it has a doorknob. The most dangerous phrase in a long goodbye is, while I have you. That phrase should be illegal because they do not have you. You're wearing a coat. Your keys are in your hand. One shoe is already pointing towards freedom. Emotionally, you left 15 minutes ago, but now, while I have you, turns into a full second conversation. It could be about work. It could be about family. It could be about something that requires you to look at a phone, a photo, a bill, a fence, a rash, or a broken appliance. Now that you're trapped, because apparently leaving is not until everybody has had your presence one final time. If you somehow escaped the house, congratulations! You've entered phase 2, the driveway follow-up. This is where the goodbye continues, but now everyone is colder, louder, and less comfortable. You're standing beside the car. The door is open. One person is half inside the vehicle. Somebody is holding leftovers, and yet the conversation continues like you all just arrived. This is also where people remember the most useless final details. Watch for the deer. Text me when you get home. Tell Michelle I said hi. Don't forget the container. Useful information? Yes, but also, where was that urgency when you were inside the house 40 minutes ago pretending to leave? Then comes the final boss, the car window conversation. You're now physically inside the vehicle, seatbelt on, engine running, hands on the gear shift, and someone is still leaning into the window with one last thing. This is the moment where the goodbye has officially violated traffic law. You cannot leave. You cannot roll the window up. You cannot say, please move your face, I'm trying to reverse. So you sit there smiling like a prisoner with heated seats. And the worst part is, the final statement is never important. It's always something like, oh, remind me to ask you about that thing next time. Next time? We're all trapped this time. Let me survive this goodbye first. So after careful analysis, here's the official diagnosis. Humans do not say goodbye because they're ready to leave. Humans say goodbye to begin the emotional shutdown sequence. The average family goodbye contains 7 false endings, 3 restarts, 2 doorway conversations, one driveway briefing, and at least one person standing there with their keys in their hand, questioning every decision that led to this moment. And yet, we all do it because deep down, the long goodbye is annoying. But it's also kind of how people say, I like having you around. They just say it in the most inefficient way possible. That concludes today's Human Behavioral Analysis Report. Please leave carefully, and if somebody says, while I have you, run! For more Human Behavioral Analysis Reports, like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me this, who in your family makes goodbyes take the longest?